Welcome to the Essential 99 Punctuation Rules for Court Reporters, video number 35, Numbers Part 5. I'm Ken Wick. Let's get started. This video covers numbers, and specifically Rules 69 and 70, which are technical measurements and percentages. So technical measurements. Use figures for a number that expresses a technical measurement. Spell out, so what is that? You're measuring something. Spell out feet, inches, pounds, ounces, degrees, etc. Also spell out by and times. Do not use an X. If the unit of measure is missing, feet, pounds, etc., then spell out the number. So Mr. Smith bought 7 acres of vacant commercial property. So here we have a technical measurement. We're measuring the amount of acres. So we use a figure. We spell out the word. My package weighed 3 pounds, 12 ounces. And once again, here we have a technical measurement of how much something weighs. So we use figures, pounds and ounces. And notice there's no comma between pounds and ounces. So we'll say this would also be the same if we had someone was 3 feet 5 inches or 3 feet 12 inches. I know that doesn't make sense, but we wouldn't have a comma between them. So continuing, my nephew is 6 feet 4 inches. Once again, we have a technical measurement in feet and inches, so we use numbers. We don't put a comma between them. My nephew is 6'4". So what happens when someone just, and this is very common here, my wife is 5'7", or they're talking about feet and inches, but they don't say it. So how do you write that? So in the LMEG, if someone were to say my nephew is 6'4", the LMEG would have you write it this way, 6'4". They'd have you write it out. So remember, going back to the rule, if they don't say, if the unit of measure is missing, spell out the numbers. So LMEG would have you spell it out and then put a dash between them. 6'4". But the BGGP would have you write 6'4" or 6-4. So if you're using the BGGP, this is how you'd write this when the feet and inches aren't expressed. And the GRM would actually have you write 6,4. It basically says when you have two adjacent numbers and they're figures or words, you use a comma between them. So based upon the GRM, you'd actually write 6'4". My nephew, if someone to say my nephew is 6'4", this is how you'd write it in the GRM. Notice all these references say something different. So on the percentages, maybe just to say use a style guide. Which style guide are you using? So I do not know which one you're following, but this is a difference between them. So my rule is I'm sort of basically following the LMEG. Percentages. Use figures for a number that expresses a percentage. Spell out percentage. Don't use the percent sign. She scored 97% on the skills test. The inflation rate in 2017 was 3%. So we use figures, we spell the word percent. Just a note, the actual percent sign is acceptable like in charts and things like that. So that's it. Please subscribe. If you like video, please hit like. And please buy the ebook. Thank you.